SCP-000. Object class, null. Special contained procedures to undefined function procedures. Error. Field contained procedures does not exist. Description. Internal error. Field undefined. Please contact system administrator. Internal system error. Field undefined. Please contact system administrator. Internal system error. Field undefined. Please contact system. Sorry, I'm sick of this shit. The system keeps kicking out of repair tickets. It's for this button in the database, and I don't want to bother with it anymore. I'm going to put suppression on any tickets involving the 0000 slot of the database, because it's disrupting workflow for actual problems, and generally just pissing me off. I don't know why he's fucking with the syntax, but the fact of the matter is that it's the only happening here. And considering that the only thing here is just a giant pile of junk data, it's more than likely the database is pissing itself over for the lack of proper information. If any changes, I'll definitely look into it. But as of right now, this issue is closed. Technical researcher Rawson. This cage is vast. It has no walls. While I stand and still, all I see is a white plane stretching across an equally blank sky. There is no life in this place. I can move as long as I choose, but I should stop even for a moment. But should I stop even for a moment? And I'm snapped back to the spot. Forever damned me tethered to my prison. Despite this, I have wandered far, exploring the purgatory I have known for countless years. In my travels in this wasteland of white, I have seen flashes of things, horrible things that simply should not be. Grotesque abominations that appeared for moments at a time to only appear as if they have never been there at all. My memories of these creatures continue to lead me back to one memory specifically: a black, shapeless being, a formless thing that could not have been created by any god in this or any other reality. Appeared here ahead of me as I walked and stared at me with dead crimson eyes. As I drew closer to it in my mind, I could feel its hate, rage, and its fear, emotions I know well, but have never experienced with such intensity as I felt from this entity. As quickly as it came, it disappeared, and for a brief moment, I swore I could see its twisted maw speak a word, an utterance as I have yet to understand in content and in context. Foundation. I have puzzled over the meaning of this word. This final message of a nightmare creature whom I have not seen since. I have tried to approach the other flashes in hopes of learning more about this word, but I am barely able to comprehend their appearance before the creatures disappear back into the void, from which they were spawned. It has made me wonder, what are these creatures? Where do they come from? Where do I come from? How did I get to this place? How do I get out of this place? These questions remain unanswered, and I fear they may never be answered. The thought of which serves only to drive me mad. It is curious that the other effect of the chance encounter has proven far more productive. Prior to this, I was unaware that I possessed a mouth, or vocal cords, or any mechanism that to make a noise. Though I knew I drew breath, the emptiness around me provided surprisingly little auditory feedback, like when the air rushed into my lungs. Despite this, sound was not only possible, but now almost inviting. After hearing the wretched words spoken to me out loud, I felt it was my duty, no, my right, to destroy the silence I had known for so very, very long. What began as a whisper, or barely audible, grew as I become more and more emboldened by my newfound abilities. Soon I was shouting nonsensical words to the sky, laughing in my head as the silence was broken by me. And even more surprising, the world listened. Ripples of energy reappeared in the air, controlled solely by the weight and volume of my voice. Should I whisper? They would be soft and light, floating whimsically for a few seconds before disappearing. Should I yell? They would be sharp and heavy, the angry stabbing themselves at the useless oblivion around me. This pleased me greatly, for it gave meaning to the chaos, gave me purpose. I was no captive, I was God. This was not my prison, but my realm. My words were law, my voice is my weapon. Though these powers I would create this realm into one of life, one of joy, that I control, that I would rule justly. This is how it would be, for I had decided it would be so. I grinned as I focused all my energies, all my hopes, and all my ambitions into one tremulous, deafening bellow, the roar that would begin my reign as Lord of the hollow nothingness. But it did not change anything. The ripples of my effort created, though incredibly violent in nature, vanished only a few seconds later, leaving no trace of any impact that may have made on this damned abyss. I tried again, with no change to the outcome. Over and over, I shouted my angry yells, eventually devolving into screams of fear and horror at the prospect of being trapped endlessly in the damned empty silence that pervaded this abominable place. I screamed and screamed until I couldn't scream anymore, at which point my only other option was to weep. It was not fair. It was not fair. It is not fair. I did not do anything to deserve this fate. Why am I here? Who or what would be so cruel as to trap someone in a blank nothingness for eternity? Foundation, did it do this to me? Is Foundation my captor? Or is it my creator? It does not matter. I will howl and shriek at the emptiness, and until the waves of force I create, it rips open an exit from this hell, and then I in the sea of madness and despair, where that is my existence, I will not stop screaming until I'm free.